Welcome to the Late IHP show with your 5D Mystic, and welcome to anyone who is curious about self-empowered relationships. So number one, they're full of bliss and love, and they're with people who talk about emotions and their inner child. They don't have shame, do not, and they don't have guilt. They don't do Cusco attitude. They don't do the desperate manipulation. In fact, here's what an ideal partner for a self-empowered woman will do. And partners for my solo polyamory community. This is where we, one, have people who have compersion, because otherwise you won't have healthy self-worth. If you don't know how to be happy for me, and always, not just sometimes, you won't know how to be all of you. It's not an overestimation of how you can use your brain. Your brain is the thoughts with the emotions. So when you're aware of yourself, that's where an ideal partner is at. Otherwise, you don't know how to love yourself first, so you won't be an ideal partner. If you need to feel needed, you need air and water to breathe, water to drink, and food to eat. You don't need me. I'm not your emotional mother, father, anything. You are the one who can actually recalibrate to save your life. So you're not going to be ideal if you don't take ownership of that emotional plane, because you're going to be like any of those love-dependent human beings who manipulate and then are desperate, or the love avoidance who they close themselves off and then they're still desperate just by themselves. So human suffering narrative. There's a bunch of them out there, and that full moon made a very specific split. Doesn't mean we don't hang out with each other, but there's a clear line for the empowered people. Come on over. And all of those who are 5D mystics, come on over. So we don't have sagas with our twin flames or flame or soulmates. We have choice points, and that's why the path of enlightenment is easy for a person who chooses to be their self. It's use your name. The Zen masters who talk to you about laundry, they don't have a relationship with their emotional body the way that I can share with you restorative embodiment with my attachment trauma information. So a man in my case, or men, if they can't be open-hearted, if they can't have fun in life, and they're dragging their feet about something that happened, it's whatever. You can go with the human suffering people, as it's really easy for people to make up excuses of why they won't do emotional work. Thank you, Patrick Tiahan. Or lifting. Cowardice is not fun to see or be around. It's really quite... As a teenager, I knew how to handle it, which was by not engaging in it at all. As a grown-up, the same thing. I do the same thing, just differently. Because sometimes as a grown-up, you have people who are stragglers. They keep coming around because they want to keep coming around. And that's something we allow, because Sid is with Manny and Diego. We just put very specific lines so that they can understand. We do bliss alone, that's it. There's no compromises. You can go be with the human suffering people who think they have laundry in their body because they don't want to keep on working out. But they'll go and do the muscle workout, well, do the emotional workout. Okay, so if you like emotions, come on over. And so as I was trying to get out of my mouth, this is like the fourth recording, when we have a tummy ache, of course our tummy is aching, but our biochemistry is in the secure attachment of love. So there's always bliss going on, fulfillment, happiness. Those who do toxic positivity, they don't have a relationship with their emotional plane. Those of us who have, when we go through any of those 6 basic emotions, which we all will, we don't call them names, dark night of the soul, ego, death. What is that? Every time I heard that, I'm like, no ego died. I'm still Maria. Okay, this dark night of the soul and shadow shit. Nope, nothing's changed except for I'm expanding, which is really amazing. But I don't know why you keep using these words. Why do you keep talking about emotions like they're just like so hard? I don't understand what you're doing with your brains. You do not know how to work with the right mode? You don't, do you? Okay, I'm so sorry. I know the inner growth mindset. I teach it and talk about it, and self-help people who really want to be their self, they come on over, okay? So ideal partners, they're not dragging their feet. Now, all of our relationships we will treat equally. We will not be hanging out with people who make life miserable, because we know life can be challenging. Every challenge is an opportunity to expand. Life's too short to be with people who don't know how to be in a state that is their ventral vagal nervous system. It's mathematical. I can explain it like you're a 5-year-old. Okay, so that's where when people get pissy in their pants because we're happy, or they call us pretenders, we're like, yeah, sure, we're pretending. But in the meantime, we're going to have fun over here in our blissful bodies, and you can have fun over there, okay? And that's one set of our tonight for the late IHP show. Okay, so ideal partners, they come and we smile together, and we have laughs, and we support each other. And so it's not roller coasters. The people who have unfinished business, they go to therapists, and then they go and build effective long-term relationships. Until that moment, any self-empowered woman, man, or they be, if they're self-empowered, that means they're emotionally available. They know how to love themselves first. They don't need to feel needed. Self-empowerment means you're independent mentally with the left and emotionally with the right. Your heart is whole. You don't need to attach to anyone. You have compersion, whether you're monoamory or polyamory. In either cases, you're a person who's independent and you're enjoying the tango of partnerships. Okay, so bliss is what you have. You're not dragging your feet. And I'm 44 in my case. Other people might be younger. But in either and or, self-empowerment means that you have awareness of this. And so you like to work with those who are expanding consciousness, not those who are restricting it. Once you get to that 16 years of age, you have your first choice point, because that's where your charged states stop. And that's where you can begin to work with your unconscious, the 11, 12-year-old, the freeze of all ages, the 3 to 7, shame submissive, the 0 to 1, attached panicky, and some don't have panicky because we have safe haven, secure base. I know how to regulate my own nervous system, even with panic attacks, all of it. And it's not a competition, but people who get pissy when you tell them that, they're the same people who don't want to do the emotional lifting with good therapists. So they get pissy at people like me, and they say false positivity, toxic, fake, and it's like, fuck you. But you know what? Stay in your human suffering body and don't go to good therapy. And no, people are not fucked up. There's either you get to secure attachment if you want to, or you're choosing, again, determined, definitely. But there's free will of now that it's 2024 and there's so many people out there. Patrick Tiahan, Terry Real, Dr. Daniel Fox. You go on YouTube. They have practical advice that you can immediately implement. Unless you're mental health mantle, then you're going to go and look at let me listen to who's immune to narcissists. Yes, mantles of mental health. That's not nice. Or, oh wait, spiritual bypassers, 4D mystics. Let me go and see who the energy vampire that I need to cut out of my life today, because they're trying to hold me down like a crab. Again, Cuscos and squirrels, really, you need a good therapist. You're still on not even recovery. Where's your bystanders? Oh, you got a Peter Pan over there. It's the one who posted the content on. Here's the people who are immune to. Here, God's testing you with a false twin flame. God's testing you with a narcissist. Again, mantle, mantle, mantle. The superhero cape means you have not healed your trauma charge. You're not a lover. You're a person who's in a biochemistry that is of pure anger, vindictiveness, energy, you name it. There's a 0-1-year-old, nobody's home. There's only the teenager who thinks that they're badass because of movies like Hangover, Mean Girls, or superhero movies, and other people who are the Peter Pans that lead them. So 5D mystic in the enlightenment soul age group, we see 7 to 14 charming, because we don't have trauma memory here. We got a prefrontal cortex. Like, wait a minute. They just did the what is that again? Oh, that's the ethical cult leader. Oh, I see. That's right. There's the ancient silverbacks that people need, that one dude was talking about. He thinks all people need it. He doesn't know independent lovers. Nope. And smart brains. He obviously doesn't know that we know yoga don't bring no demon out of you. Nope. And yeah, we have clairs. We know it's not magical. We know about the problem of hard consciousness. Quantum physicists, you keep working at it. It's fun over here in 5D mystic plane. So on that note, it's why we don't have no, saga with our twin flames. We're choice points. Divine feminine knows her divine masculine, masculines, all of it. We don't need anybody to tell us where we're headed. We're always Bliss, love, up, 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 and away. And we have fun together, growing our relationships. So tune in for more. Be kind, be compassionate.